What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Let me know if you can hear my little stuffy voice this afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. Hey, 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 I miss y'all. Oh my gosh. So, I want to say thank you for all those who wished me well. No, I wasn't feeling too well. And that's why we're having class on Sunday instead of Wednesday. Let's see here. Shayna, Keisha, what's up, E? Hey, Joy. It is a joy to see your name this morning. Y'all, I'm excited for what's going on, but your girl has been a little under the weather on top of all of these responsibilities and stresses, and I think it made me sit my tail down. You know, for those of us busybodies, and I know there's probably the majority of us here, um, who just like to stay busy, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because when you do what you love to do, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like something you want to get done, right? So yeah, every now and then God to sit me on my butt and force me to take a break. So there it is, I'm back at it. Thank you, loves, I appreciate it. So what we're gonna do in class today. So I told you all I was gonna start doing some templates that have a simpler makeup to them, but are truly extremely versatile, right? So what we're gonna do in this extent, you're learning a lot about. This is not as simple as a template as I would want it to be, well, that you might want it to be. You know, I'm always extra. So instead of just doing regular text and a little background and stuff, of course, I had to get fancy and do three different layers of the same text, but they each have a different effect on them. So it gives us, you know, those 3D images where you wear the goggles. I kind of feel like it gives us that effect, and it makes it a little more visually interesting than just a regular flat text. But of course, if you wanted to see just a regular flat text, we have that option as well. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial is just kind of show you what we're doing in class. Of course, in class, we'll go through it slowly. Everyone will have the opportunity to do what they need to do without without feeling rushed or anything. We all stay on the same page. We all get it done together, okay? I'm just trying to close out a few things here, just so that we open them up when we need them. I like to call it closing the cabinet doors. Have you ever walked into a kitchen and like all the cabinet doors are open and it feels like it's a death trap and it looks like you want to pull your hair out? That's what I think of when I see all of these folders just willy-nilly open. I like to close them, and then once I need something, then I'll open them up. All right, so I'm gonna go to our post, because I believe I had a post where I asked you all to drop maybe some t-shirts, not t-shirts, I'm sorry, some sneakers. Let's see. I'm looking for that one right now. Yeah, I don't like the way this Facebook stuff is, because it really does bother me that it'll be old posts on top of new posts and whatnot. Let's see. I'm gonna keep scrolling though. I know I'm gonna find it. There we go. All right. So let's see what you all put for me. Oh, thank you, Corey. All right. Oh, Freddie, I remember my best friend. She's a sneaker collector. She has these. I'm trying to see. I want something with some really. Those are cool. That's a cool combination of colors. And you know what? Another thing is, it doesn't have to just be for sneaker collectors. You all, when I did the pop-up shop with the shoe drive, with Kwame Brown for the kids wanted to match their sneakers, and they weren't necessarily sneaker collectors, but they just want something to match their sneakers. And I think that's most, you know, most kids too. So even if this isn't like a sneaker collector shoe, which I don't know if it is, I just love the colors. I'm one of those people, I like a sneaker because of the colors. So Janine, we're gonna use this one. I'm gonna go ahead and save that image. Boom, boom, boom. Put it in my 142 folder. So what I'm gonna have you all do for homework, I'm gonna keep it simple. I want you to download it could be a shoe, or it can be a um, a color palette inspiration. So if you want to do a shoe. Everybody do a shoe. That way, even if you're not a sneaker collector, it might not be your thing, but trust and believe it's your customer's thing. Like I said, even if it's not a avid collector or a sneakerhead, folks like to match their shoes, and that's males and females, young and old. So I want you all to start tapping into markets that maybe you didn't consider before. And of course, it doesn't have to say kiss my kicks. We're gonna change the words to whatever you want it to be. But you'll have the reference shoe in there, and then you could take it off or take it on depending on, or turn it on or off depending on who you're trying to market to. Okay. So I want everybody to have a pair of sneakers like I'm doing right now. I'm just saving it. And then what I'm going to do is go to remove VG, just to remove the background from it. And you can do the free version. You do not have to do the paid version. So I'm just going to drag that right from the bottom of my browser. And yep, it took out the background. So sometimes it'll take out the white in the foreground, but it does pretty well with the sneakers. And because it's a low resolution image, I can only do the free version. So let's call this one, I'll just call it shoe. Or I call it sneaker. Alright, so that's my sneaker. And I also want you to have a background in mind. So let's do like daisies. How about that? Because I see that yellow in there, and I want to do a background. So I want you all to look up, if I can spell daisy, background. And it doesn't even have to be a background. You can also look up the word wallpaper. I just want you to find something that you can fill in the background and you can experience changing the background. Because this is a keep it simple sublimator template, KISS template, I want you to work on the theory that we have, that all you need is a background, your foreground, and your text. So those are three elements that we could easily interchange. Okay, and then maybe accents. Accents is kind of like that fourth feature that make it a little more interesting. I'm looking for some daisies that really pop, kind of flat like this. Y'all excuse me if I'm not trying to hack on y'all or not, nothing like that, but I'm still recovering. I'm gonna look up wallpaper. So I don't want to get something like this because I know it's gonna have the watermarks on it, and I don't want to show you all anything with watermarks. So I saw that wallpaper safari too. That's a wallpaper. So let's look up the word wallpaper instead of background. Wallpapers, you'll generally find those for free. Typically higher resolution. That's a wallpaper there. This one, a little more zoomed in than I want. I'm very picky about my design elements, if you can't tell. And that one might work. So that's 1920 by 1080. See how I can tell? And if you want to, go ahead and right click and open the image in a new tab. And that's how I test my image. If I can zoom in like that and it looks big, then I know it's really big. A lot of times these websites are lying to y'all. Oh, this is a WebP file. I'll show you my trick to using these. I just open it up in Paint. Excuse me, I don't think Photoshop is going to open this. I don't think Photoshop still opens these. But I just open it up in Paint, File, Save As, just save it as a JPEG. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now that I have it saved as a JPEG, I have my two assignments. I have my sneaker, I have my background. Let's get busy. All right. So like I said, we'll take our time in class, but this is my little short demo version. Now I have some little sneakers already here. I'm going to take these out. I have them here for reference to show you all how to do what I'm doing right now, but I'm going to take them out so that it doesn't make your file bigger than it has to be. But the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my new sneakers. Now I have to select a sneaker so that when I bring the new one in, it will go right on top of my existing sneaker. Otherwise, sometimes they land where I don't know where they go. All right, so there we go. Make it a little bit bigger for reference, throw it down there to the bottom, and I'm going to hit enter to lock in the transformation. I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be cool. All right. Next thing is I have my smart colors, and what I want to do about my smart colors, I want to use the sneaker for inspiration, right? All right, so, and I'm going to leave the current background that I have on here. I have some leopard, and then I have some roses on here. So let me go to, the roses are just a background. And then the leopard I have actually in one of the colors. And I have leopard to where you can do as the text here, which would be the black. And then I have leopard somewhere else too. Let's open up the smart color. That's not where my leopard is. I think my leopard is in which smart color? Is it one? Yep. Excuse me, it's in number 1. So there's my little leopard. I'm going to turn it on because the leopard seems to be a hot thing. You don't have to use it. Okay, and that leopard did my outside text, so I want to do my inside text. So I'm going to turn that leopard off. We'll leave that smart color red for right now. Alright, sorry for a little distraction there. Let's see, so I'm thinking where the red is, we're going to do pink. So let me go ahead and grab my color picker here, that is the eyedropper tool. And I'm going to pick up this pink. Alright, now you see how this pink is now saved in my foreground color? That's good for me because I'm going to double click and open up my smart color 1. And then I'm going to change the red. And I'm just going to click on the pink color because once I move out of this color space here and I hover over my foreground color, it automatically turns into a color picker. And I found that to be easier than dragging the shoe into each of these colors and trying to pick from the colors. So even I learned some things here and there. All right, and you see how it turned everything pink here? Now we're going to learn some things in this template that not all colors are going to just recolor the image perfectly, okay? We're going to have some instances where maybe we have a pastel color and we have to do a little bit different effect for the lips. I just right clicked on the lips there. And the color that we have applied here, we have the overlay function on there. If we were to have selected yellow, let's do yellow for a second. Let's go ahead and pick up the bright yellow there. Okay, and I'm going to change the lips to the yellow instead, but I don't have to change my pink. I can actually change one of my, let's do my gray color. There's my gray. I'm going to double click there and make it the yellow color now. So I will duplicate the layer and then go ahead and choose here. Hold on just a second. Phew. My apologies, loves. I had to step away again. Whew. All right, so these kiddos. All right, I want you to notice here that really bright yellow, I had a feeling it was going to be a little too bright. So you see that exclamation point? If I click on the color box there, it's going to shift it to a color that is as close as can be that the computer can recognize anyway, without being a color that prints out of gamut. Out of gamut means it's a color that your printer may not be able to reproduce. Now your screen can produce almost any color imaginable, any brightness, any intensity, almost any level of fluorescence, but when it comes to your printer, it's very limited. So if you see that exclamation point, pay attention to it, okay? So I got my yellow here. I'm gonna go ahead and make it be the normal blend mode here, and then we'll get a little fancy. Y'all know we'll do some gradients, but we're gonna stick with the solid color for now. So that's my yellow, and I think it had a little where it faded. Looks like it'd be like a color between these two, so we may do a gradient, but that looks like a nice tangerine color. All right, so I only have two main colors. My third color is more of my my staple color, whatever you want to be in the center. So as far as the lips go though, I was gonna show y'all something. So the lips here, it's on color, but let's say I wanted it a little bit brighter because it looks a little dull here. I have one that's for deeper colors, and that's if you're trying to do like burgundies and forest greens and that sort of thing, and then the lighter colors. So that gives you that real lemony like pop of color. But I want to show you why we're doing that. These are your curves here, and these curves can be adjusted in order to play with how that color affects the image below. Okay, and then you have a black and white layer that's on here. So of course these are available for you to play with, but I want you to learn a little something about them too. Okay, so let's say we want to go with the pink. I'll turn pink back on, and see how this actually lightened it up so much so that basically you're playing with the gray scales, the gray tones underneath the image. So if I turn all the color off, it should be gray. So I want you to think about building on color. Excuse me. So for instance, if you're sublimating a shirt, right, that's basically what you're doing when you're playing with these blend modes, is looking at how it might apply color, multiply color, that sort of thing. So when you are applying it on a white shirt, you're going to get the pure color. When you're applying it on a dark gray shirt, you're not going to get the pure color, you're going to get a deeper version of that color, right? The same concept applies here. So if you want a deeper color, then you may have to turn your gray tones darker. If you want a lighter color, you may have to brighten up those gray tones so that when you apply a nice bright color or even a pastel color, it applies appropriately, okay? So you also have, I think I put two of these here for a reason. One's on color. I think I had one on color and one on multiply. You see how that even gives you a different effect. I'm going to delete that one. And then I'll leave this one on color. Here we go. I'm starting to clean up my files and not give y'all so many options so it seems confusing. You also have the chance here to change the color of the grill. You have silver here, gold there. So keep that in mind, you have that option. I'm thinking I need a little visual interest in here for my KISS. So let's double click on the black right now. And I had a gradient before, so let's play with this. Let's duplicate that layer. And maybe I want to do the pink to yellow. Let's see. We'll double click on the gradient. Go to the first color stop. I think that'll be the pink. Let's say the last color stop will be that yellow. And then in order for me to get the pink, I need to go back to my image, pick my pink color, And see how it's already in my foreground? I don't have to copy the hex code or anything. I'm going to get rid of 2 of these color stops so that it's just a simple 2-color gradient here. Alright, and then I come over here, click on my color, hit OK. And sometimes I'll push the colors up if I want to see more of them, but we'll just go with this, hit yes to update. Okay, and we see what it did here. It allowed us to kind of see the gradient within the text, but you can also do the gradient in the background, all of that good stuff. So this seems like a very simple project, but it has a lot of variation to it, a lot of ways where you can make it your own, a lot of combinations of things. So we're going to make this interesting, I think. Let's see, where do I want to do my leopard print? You know what? I think I'm actually going to do a leopard print, even though this isn't where it was originally. Where did I have it? Was it in my pink? Yeah. I'm going to bring my leopard print from here into here. Turn this blend mode to color. And is this coloring the, this isn't coloring my lips right now, so that's cool. Alright, now when I went on the color is not necessarily coloring this the way that I want it. I have a few options. I could change my levels, or I can actually duplicate this gradient here and change the blend mode for that gradient. So now I might put that on multiply, or one of our other blend modes. That kind of shows me more of what I want. I think I like overlay. And if it's not exactly what I want to, then what I can do is I can change my levels or my curves. Let's play with curves this time and kind of get what I really want out of it. And this is essentially manipulating your highlights, your shadows, and your midtones. So without, with. I like that. Let's see how it translates here. Boom. I like that. Now, it's a little, tone on tone here. So this is where it's going to come in. Where we can add our background here. So right now I have these roses here. I want you to come in, select the roses, and then we're going to drag and drop whatever background you selected. In this case, it's the daisies. Oh, you know what? That was my WebP version. I need, oh, you know what happened? I did open it with Paint and save it, but I probably saved it in some random folder that I don't know. Sounds like me. Yep, it saved it in my workshop folder. I need to save it in the 142. So make sure that you have your file saved, your background, and your, so the background image is homework, and then the, what is it, the shoe. So have both of those saved in your 142 folder. There we go. Let's refresh it and see. Is that still my WebP image? I should have saved it. That's still not the right file, so I didn't save it as a JPEG because I was talking. And I'm actually just going to put that at the end so that I know. Don't put .jpeg, just put the word JPEG and then you'll know. Alright, so There it is. Drag and drop it on my artboard. Boom. Because I dragged and dropped it where the roses were, it's going to automatically fill in this mask because the mask is active for the entire background. Alright, and I'm doing Control T right now on the daisies, or at least I thought I was. And I can turn them this way. Let me see if they make sense this way. There we go. And let's say I want to recolor this pink. Right now my opacity is set to 30. I'm going to crank that up. And let's do a blend mode here. Now I can do color, but the original color is white, so it's going to be real light. So I can play with my levels, or you can do curves as well. And then I'm just basically recoloring this. With the monotone color scheme. So I can do it with the yellow. The yellow's already on the color blend mode. I can do it with the pink. And I can even make this like watermarked if I take the opacity of the image itself down, right? Now it's a watermark daisy image, and it might even be a little inconspicuous. So, oh, let me show you how to change the text. That's the only thing we haven't done yet. So, like I said, I intended to make this really simple, right? It was just supposed to be word, background, foreground. Y'all know I'm never going to give it to you that simple. So, what I have here is the text is actually a smart object, right? And what you're doing is you have several layers of the same text that we just applied different effects to. So if you look here, let me close up the lip so we can pay attention to the text now. You have the top text, and that's our top text. This is the bottom text. Let me go ahead and name that now. Bottom text. Alright, and you'll see within, like, for instance, the bottom text, you have the inner shadow. So if you can take it on and off. Don't feel like you have to do my designs exactly as they are. But there's an inner shadow. There's the outline itself. And the outline itself is not a smart color. It's just a regular old color, and you can change it from white if you want to. I just think the white makes it pop out when we do all of this color on the sublimation. So you have a chance to change that text outline. Then we have the main text, and that's filled in either with a color or whatever you put into that smart color. Then we have the text shadow. So you see it's pretty complicated, but I wanted you to have something that looked like it was something that you can create outside of paint. And that's my thing. Like, if you're going to use Photoshop, if you're going to do sublimation, I want you to do it to the fullest. I want somebody to see that design and know that they can't just copy that per se. Know that they just can't get that same effect with vinyl or any other technique. They're going to come to you because nothing else can match, you know, your full color prints and designs, right? So we just like to stand out a little bit. That's all. So I have my text here, but you don't even need to go into this text unless you, like I said, if you wanted to turn some of these shadows or whatever off, but just leave it alone for now. We're not going to play with it. We're going to play with these master smart objects. Okay, so that's your top text, and then let me rename that as bottom text. And usually at the top of my file, I will put all of these smart objects that can be changed out. So as you can see, here are your smart colors, your top text, bottom text. So let's say this is for a little one for school. You might not want to say kiss my kicks. Even though it's not like inappropriate, it may not foster the right, you know, type of educational vibes that you want. But let's see if we can do something with a little attitude still, because it still requires a little bit of attitude. I mean, come on, we got a grill on there. Let me close out. I can't believe my live stream is still going with that. What is it? Facebook in the background and Chrome. All right. Oh, look at y'all giving me tips. Let me read some of these. Thank you, Miss Linda. And you know what? I need to try that because I have these little Ricola. Um, yeah, I have these little Ricolas, and they're supposed to have the honey and the lemon in them, and some mint. And they do a little bit better, but I feel like it's just trying to come out now, so it's just like embarrassing. You breathe and it sound like you're gonna cough. So I don't know, but I can't keep putting y'all off. I miss y'all. I got to get this stuff done. So I hope y'all can bear with me a little bit. Chris B says I didn't like the animal print until now. That's cool. Yeah, I want y'all to use it as your own. And I see a lot of like standard designs, and I want y'all to be able to take those standard designs. Like I actually to come up with ideas that I think you all will like, I'll go to Etsy, right? And I'll say, well, what are the most basic designs that are really hot sellers right now? And I'll see like a lot of leopard print, leopard print, like the mass, and some of them aren't even nice and visually appealing. It's just the theme that seems to take over. Daisies, roses. You let me know if there's something that appeals to you, because what I don't want y'all doing is going out and buying somebody else's PNGs if you have the ability to make your own PNG and make it even more personalized, make it even greater than what you could find on Etsy. So that's the purpose of this type of template. If you can imagine, of course the lips don't have to be in here. You could put somebody's photo right there, right? And then change out the text, change out the background. Maybe even add a couple of PNG roses or daisies to the foreground. And you have an entirely different setup. Well, you have an entirely different look with the same setup. And that's where I want our minds to go. I want us to see something, take it for what it is, and then reimagine it as what we could make it. And I tell y'all, this is limitless what we can do with this kind of stuff. And okay, so what I'm doing, I have the class. You can purchase the class after we do it. It will be, it's more beneficial to be a member and purchase a class, because when you purchase a class as a member, the most you're going to pay is $9.90 for a class, and that's $9.90 for the template with the class. If you're not a member, it's $30, but it includes the template and the class. That's how I'm doing it from now on out. And I have people that will purchase the class just to get the template, and that's fine too. I just want to make it so that it has the additional video that we walk through step by step with beginners, intermediates, and professionals in Photoshop alike. So we have all walks of Photoshop experience in the class. You get to see them go through the changes rather than me do it myself on YouTube. So when I do it on YouTube, I'm just walking through, talking and whatnot. When we do it in class, it's actually all you working. I don't even open Photoshop. I go off of y'all screens. So that's the difference between the class versus the YouTube. And for the most part, even if you don't need it, you're supporting the Academy when you purchase a class, even though you just need the template. All right, so let's see. Just making sure I'm addressing y'all. All right, Takesha. Takesha says, hello, I'm new to this. All right. Well, this is not intimidating at all. It might look really fancy and really extra, but our goal here at Innate Academy, Innate Lab, is to make sure that we break it down so that you're able to not only have a final design by the end of class, but you can actually hit the ground running. Like whatever you do for class, whatever you do for this sample project, you're able to immediately post on your social media. You can print it that night if you're that excited, because we're usually done at night, but you can print it and press it onto a shirt just as soon as you finish class, and you have something that you can market immediately. That's the whole goal. I don't want to give y'all stuff that might take you 2-3 months and to even touch it, and you're intimidated. You don't want to fool with it. Mm-mm. As soon as you purchase a class, as soon as you take a class, you're going to be able to use that immediately. And the whole reason why I do that is because I don't want you wasting your money, your time, your energy. I want you investing your time, your money, your energy, because as soon as you get that done, post it. Post it somewhere. Post it on your Facebook, post it on your Instagram, post it on your business page, and I guarantee you somebody will ask you, how did you do that? Or can you make me one? And you will have inquiries on that project. I don't think there's a project yet that we've done where somebody's told me, hey, nobody asked me to do this for them. Nobody liked this. So we aim to do that. Yes, Rosa, this is Adobe Photoshop, and don't be confused. If you look in the description, it should have a Photoshop, the $9.99 version. Click on that link. It is an affiliate link, and it does help me out as well. But you want to make sure you have the real Photoshop, not Photoshop Elements, okay? So click on that link. It'll take you to the one that's $9.99 a month. If you don't do anything with Photoshop, but just use it for color control, use it for like when you print, the best thing that I love about Photoshop is for the True Color sublimation ink. I don't have to use an ICC profile. I don't have to play with things too much. It's pretty much plug and go because I let Photoshop manage the colors. And I've tried it from Affinity. I've tried it from Photo Paint. I've tried it from the Paint program. I've tried printing from regular windows. And it doesn't give you the color control that Photoshop gives you. So if you do nothing else but use Photoshop to do your color control, it's worth $10 a month. Especially if you're, if you're one of those people that when you see something on screen and you press it and it looks totally different, when you sublimate it and you don't want to give your customer that product because it looks different than how you presented it, then by all means, Photoshop is your go-to if it's for nothing but color management. Now, on top of that, it's the most powerful image editing software. So all of this stuff that I'm doing right now, I'm changing blend modes, I'm changing the intensity of a color, I'm using smart colors. Smart colors is something that I started implementing because I wanted a way for you to quickly be able to change out your designs. Few clicks, big impact. Okay. No, Jeffrey, the membership, we still have the $30 membership and the $60 membership. So you're still good on that. All right. So let me go back to my lips. I think I'm going to change them back to the pink. Oh, and you could do the leopard here. Instead of color, if I put it on darken, boom, my lips can be leopard. Just looking for the best blend mode here. Oh, I have my light color turned on. Let me turn light off. There we go. So if I want a leopard print on the lips, I could do that. I think it's a bit much, so I'm going to go with the solid color here. There we go. All right, so that's pretty much it. Oh, I said I was going to teach y'all how to change the text here, and I just got to talking. All right. All right, so let's double click on one of these. Let's say we want to say love my kicks, right? I'm just going to show you how to change one word out. Let's do love. All right, so I have the word kiss here. I have the word boss. Let me show you what the word boss looks like. And the reason why I have these saved is because I want to show you a technique when you're using text. This isn't like something that automatically warps it. This is just text at different sizes. So you're basically placing it and making it what you want it to be. So there's boss, same concept. But let's take kiss and let's duplicate that group. All right, and I want to say love, Love. Now, you don't have to have 4-letter words. It's just gonna make a bigger impact the shorter the word is. If you try to do a long word, you can make this work. It's just gonna be more squished in. So let's say the K. I'm gonna right click, grab that K, double click it, and turn it to an L. And then this S here, I'm going to grab it, double click it, and turn it to an E. There we go. And then, of course, the middle text, I'm going to do OV. All right. Now we're going to, let me go ahead and change this to love. All right, and let's update this text. And now all of these different ways that I have effects applied will automatically apply. And if I take my top text, yeah, it moves together. I wasn't sure if it was going to move together, but it does. Now mine is just regular old text, okay? The reason why I put the regular text there is because I figured this is very busy, this top and bottom text. So you want it to be accent, but let's say if you wanted to have more words, then do something like this my here. So that if I wanted to say, instead of love my kicks, maybe I'll say, I'm trying to think. I can't even think of an expression right now. But I think of like the songs and stuff. You know, people love to make make shirts that go with the new songs. So let's say I'm gonna do something here. I got a few minutes. I got a few minutes if y'all willing to hang out with me. If I don't cough y'all to death and then y'all end up leaving me. Alright, so let's say I'm gonna save this one, love my kicks. Boom, I love this design. I love the daisies in the back. Let's go to file. I'm gonna do save as. If I want to save it as a PNG, just take off that background color there. File. And we have to do save a copy now with the new Photoshop. And I have to save it as a PNG. Birms. And then I'm going to call this one pink and yellow. Daisy. Alright, alright. Alright, so I need y'all to help me right now. Tell me a song, lyric, or title, or something like that that's hot right now. And I'm thinking, you know, like Meg Thee Stallion would be a cool one to do for this one. Um, I don't want to do the hands on my knees because well, that's a lot of words and we can make that work, but if y'all want to do it, we'll do it. And I know there's a little delay here too, so I'm trying to give y'all a chance to help me with this creative endeavor. And what I'll do, whatever I make right now, hopefully it'll be like a cool PNG, and I'll post it in the Innate Creatives for free, if y'all give me a good idea of what it should be. So let's see. I don't even know what songs are out. Like, I don't even get to listen to music as much as I want anymore. All right, so Tracy says, don't judge me. I'm gonna give y'all a minute or so to come up with a good, because I think the don't judge me is, oh, you know what, one thing my best friend says is, judge your mammy. It crack, every time I wear like a judge your mammy shirt, I get cackles. Dream girl. If it's hot on TikTok, then it'll sell. So what I'm offering right now is to make a design that I'm gonna put in the Innate Creatives group for free, that y'all can, you know, as a freebie, and hopefully you make some money off of it. So I want it to be an expression that's gonna trend. So definitely, we could do the kiss my dot dot dot. All right, E, and I trust you on the TikTok thing. If you say Dream Girl is a TikTok theme, then let's go with that, and hopefully y'all will make some money off of this. So let's go to the word love. So that's our top text. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to stay up here to the top. Let's go to our top text, close up the mime, double click. So instead of love, I'm going to duplicate that. And this will be good because you'll get to see it now without 4 letters. All right, so let's do the D for, I'm getting a little delay here. Come on, baby. Probably need to close out some stuff here. And I want you to think other things too, like if you did girl boss, and this doesn't even have to be girly either, because I see a lot of these shirts, because I do sneaker designs from time to time, and I used to do a lot of this. I'm trying to see why my text isn't changing. Let me close out for a second. And let me save what I've been working on. So you all don't just only think of the ladies. Like, the guys like these shirts too, that have the lips and the drips and all that stuff to match their sneakers. You just have to kind of figure out what they like to say. I like the kiss my kicks, because that's something like guys or ladies can wear. So let's duplicate the love. All right, and then let's turn off the previous love. Double click on our L there. And then, I'm not sure why it's not letting me do anything. Is my keyboard like dead? Hold on, that could be it. I'm sitting here typing stuff and it's not typing. Oh, that might be it. Hold on. that's what it is. Haha, it was my keyboard. Like, Photoshop, stay messing up. I'm sorry, Photoshop. I did not mean to disrespect you. Not while I'm in the middle of a live and in the middle of a design. I would never dream. I would never. All right. So now that I'm doing more letters, of course, I have to make my design work within the same canvas space. So let's see, for the L now, I should be able to change it to a D. Boom, there it is. Now I like to change my beginning and my ending letter together to make sure that they're going to be the same scale. So I'm going to take this one and this one, Control T, so I can transform them together. All right. And then I might even have to squish them in a little bit because you only have so much canvas space to work with on this. And now when I move my M, I'm not just going to willy-nilly move it around. I'm going to hold down Shift so that I can move it only left to right. Alright, so I see that I have a little bit of issue here with my EREA. I'm going to do Control T and I'm going to have to squish them a little bit too. Now you can't have them touching if you want to see all the drop shadows and stuff. That's just a little tip there. Right now I'm going to take all of them and let's line them up across the top here. Boom. And inch it over just a little. I think we're good here. I'm going to exit, say yes, I want to save. Well, before I do that, let me change this to the word dream. So now you have Boss, Kiss, Love, and Dream. Those are some good things to start off with, and I'll keep those on there for you. Because they're text, they don't take up nearly as much as the images. And then I'll turn off the My. And just so you know, the My, you're able to change the color inside as well. So let's turn off the My. So we said we're going to do Dream and Girl. So let's go to the bottom text here. We will, GIRL is 4 letters, so I'm going to copy Lady. Let's duplicate that one. Alright, so now I'm on the girl. I'm going to do first letter will be G. Last letter L. And then the middle, let's do IR. It might make sense to go ahead and rename the folder first so then you know what you're typing here. It doesn't seem like it's a lot of work, but when you're breaking down letters, or breaking down words into letters, you might make yourself feel a little slow just because you're like, what goes in the middle? Yeah, so type it up here first as the folder and then we'll spell it out. Alright, so my I and my R now looks like we might even be able to go a little bit larger with that. Alright, and then my L has more space on the side here, so I'm just going to take everything and shift it over just a little bit till I start to see the edge of my G. Alright. Just close it, hit yes to save. Oh, Monica. Well, that's going to be awesome. So, like I said, we'll make this one a free file. So, hopefully, she'll wear this to school and rock it. Since that's her nickname is Dream Girl. Yeah. Alright, and that's it for changing the text. So, we were able to do the color scheme, right? insert some patterns, background image, and the background image does not have to be like a seamless pattern or roses or anything like that. It could literally be a photo. You could do, let's say if you're a basketball player and you wanted to do image of them playing basketball in the background. That would be cool because people would be like, what is that in the background? And just barely see that it's a photo. So for homework, this is what, and I know y'all have a short period of time because we are meeting at, we meeting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's only a 2-hour class, so 7 to 9 is as long as we're going to need to be on. I'm going to try to preserve my talking voice so that I can make it through the class. So we're going to do change out the background image. So I want you to have it. It could be a photo. It can be a wallpaper, whatever you want it to be, your background image. I want you to have that ready. And then I want you to have a shoe, a single shoe. I have one that has a pair of shoes on here, but I just don't want you to try to cut out a whole bunch of shoes, right? So take a photo of a shoe that you want to use as a color scheme, as a color reference, and you're going to cut out the background for that with remove BG. Okay, that's it. I'm even going to give you the fonts that we're using in this one in the class because they are free commercial fonts, and I'm going to start doing that more often too. If I use free commercial fonts, then I can share them with you. Okay. All right, so if y'all have any questions for me, I'm going to hang tight for just a moment while I turn this into the mock-up, because I will give you out the mock-up file for free. Give me just a moment, okay? Let's see. I'm trying to find an academy where we did 3 shirts, so I can just use that mock-up. So let's see. See, 140 we did 3 t-shirts. So let's go with 130. And for those of you who are new to the Academy or Innate Lab, the Academy is our teaching space, right? It has templates, classes, all of that good stuff, and it is also available as a membership. You unlock 4 courses every single month. You start off with 4 courses, so let's show you what you start off with. The moment that you join, the second that you join, you're going to get a 101, 102, 103, and 104 immediately. And then 7 days later, you'll unlock 105. 14 days later, you'll unlock 106, etc. And once you join too, you'll start unlocking the brand new classes as they come out. They will start unlocking for you as well. So basically, the like once you join, you're going to be inundated with projects that you can do every single week. So my goal is to not overwhelm you, but to give you a challenge every week, right? So if you were to do one of these designs every single week and post it to your social media, whatever version of the design that you came up with, I guarantee you that if you haven't posted designs like these before, you will start to get a very different level of engagement with your customers. They'll be really excited. They want to order from you. They'll want to see, well, what design are you going to come up with next? You keep them engaged because every week you're coming out with a new design, a new concept. They don't have to know that you're using templates. But I will tell you that when I see you all share on TikTok, and TikTok has been one of those main platforms. When I see you all share it, I will actually tell people, hey, because I don't really advertise printing shirts. I don't know if y'all know that. I've pretty much dedicated my entire practice now to helping you all with graphic design, helping you all with sublimation, products, and tutorials. So if I see y'all use a template, I'll be like, hey, go order this shirt from so and so because they did a bomb job using our templates. So if you all tag us on TikTok and tag Innate Lab, it'll get our attention. We'll share your work. So I want y'all to know that that's a way that we can promote one another. But anywho, what did I say? 1:30. I think I miss y'all so much that I'm literally like taking my time, even though I know I'm supposed to be back up at the shop doing some more work. It wasn't 1:30. It was 1:31. Okay, 1:40. 1:40 is the most recent one. So I'll go to 1:40. I'm gonna go to my mock-up. 140 mock-up. Make sure I rename it as 142 mock-up before I get started. Save as 142 mock-up. Put it in my 142 folder. Now, if we don't have time to do them, and I don't think we're going to do the mock-up in class for this one, but what I do, if I did the mock-up, then I share it with you all for free so that you have some way to go ahead and get your junk out there. Not your junk, but I call my stuff junk too. But get your artwork, get your masterpieces out there to the world, okay? So there's the mock-up. Let's go ahead and change this out real quick. So Dream Girl, I'm actually going to take the sneaker off of here, and I'm going to put the sneaker on the image instead. All right, so we have Dream Girl. I think my Dream, because my M is a little fat, let me go back and change, because my M is way fatter than my D, which is making this look off balance. So, although sometimes things can be mathematically correct, that M is just naturally way wider than the D, and it's causing a, but now I have a little more space where I can balanced. Hold on. Hold up, swole up. Just trying to pop around and be what you want to be. And I need you to work with me. Now, it's still significantly wider, but I think it looks a little bit better now. And I could also make the D wider, but I feel like if I make the D wider, it might look a little too thick. Let's see. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I can leave it alone. Let's say yes to save those changes. Let's see if now that looks a little more balanced to me. Yes, it does. All right, so I don't want to move my lips or anything. Oh, I want to show y'all something. Un momento, por favor. What is TikTok? Okay, so where's E?
It's the true sublimation ink for me.
Where is?
Lord, it's the true sublimation ink for me.
Here it is. Okay, so y'all check out what E is doing. She's taking sublimation templates, right, that we're doing for Innate Lab, Innate Academy. And y'all, is this it? I think this one.
It's the true colors.
So this is the same template.
And bling for me.
And she blinged out the words there. Look at that. So I'm asking her to do an Innate Academy class showing this. So y'all go on this post. Okay. All right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you. Okay. Getting a little loud. Try to overtalk me, and I can't talk that loud. I'll start coughing. All right, so I said this is tough. Can you do an Innate Academy class showing this? So y'all go on this post if y'all want E to do an Innate Academy class teaching you how to take certain elements out of your sublimation design and bling them. Y'all go on there, like her post. Don't just go on there and reply to this, but I want y'all to reply and let her know that we really want her to do this, okay? So it's bling and sublimation with E. And if y'all don't know, now you know that Erica is the admin that has been with me from the very beginning of this group, and she's been instrumental in helping me do so much. So she does blinging, and we came up with an idea to do bling with sublimation, and I want her to start teaching that, y'all. So yeah, he says, "Oh Lord, yep." So I expect a video reply to my question too. I expect a little video reply. You showing me a little, in the process of this. So I'm excited. I think that she already taught that in the, and she teaches that in the destination workshops that we're doing. We have a design where a part of the image is blinged out, and she teaches you how to put the stones in there, how to transfer them. She teaches you about the different types of stones that exist, different sizes, and all that good stuff. So he has been so instrumental in helping me with my process that I want to help her get this bling and sub show on the road. You feel me? All right, so y'all go on there and make sure that y'all call her out. Yes, teach us, teach us, teach us. All right, so a little shameless plug there, but I'm really excited what he's doing, and I think that that's really going to start taking off. All right, so as I was working on this design, that reminded me of that. So let's see, we saved this as a PNG. I'm going to go ahead and hit file save here. So what you all will receive, I'm going to go ahead and take these shoes out. I'll keep that one sneaker in there. And I'm going to take these other ones out because y'all can always bring in whatever sneaker you want. Make sure everything's cleaned up, closed up for class tonight. I'll even keep those little daisies in there. You have your little roses in there. And watch this, the roses. Oh, let me do the roses. Yeah, because roses and leopard are like the thing, right? Let's see. If I keep... We'll do a boss lady. And let's do a kiss my kicks. 1, 2, 3. Drag them over. I'm going to hit enter just to lock them in, and then I'm going to resize them all together. All right, let's see if I find it this time. Oh, there it is. It just has not finished uploading. So, to my cloud, that's the problem. Hit enter to lock in that transformation. Now hit yes, and that should update it. There we go. And maybe I'll make this look like a jumbo print. Why not? All right, now I have to make sure that the shirts, the images are on the appropriate shirts, otherwise it doesn't look like it's overlapping. So Yeah, I think it's having problems right now saving my stuff. So let me save this on the desktop while I'm doing this live with this internet connection and whatnot, and make sure that I'm gonna save it on my desktop. Something's going on. Alright, so this is going to be on the second shirt, which is on the very left. Lock that into there. See how now it goes behind that first sleeve? This middle image will go here. And then this is the far right shirt image. And you still have the all over on there if you wanted to make an all over version and use the mock-up for that. Alright, alright. I'm just going to change my text now. And this is what you all would do for your mock-ups too. Of course, you don't want to tell anybody this, of course. You want to tell them that it's your company designing these. So that's 142. Just right clicking, double click. We're going to call this the KISS. And keep it simple sublimator is what that's about. Smart color template. And like I said, I want you all to show me this, even if you were to like delete the lips and just use the background color and the text here, you could do some endless edits there. And then I think I'm going to bring over just the sneaker itself for this one. Just to show that you can make things that match sneakers, right? Alright, so smart color change, of course, free template. We're going to modify those blend modes, add tags, you get your free markup, and add your own image. And I'll put, well, yes, add your own image. Let's change these colors out real quick. Go to our FX. Y'all know I love gradients. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, little gradient. Gradient overlay. So let's go. Let's do the pink to yellow. If I click on the color stop, double click it. Yeah, I can tell things are slowing down here. So hopefully y'all are still with me. Let's grab the pink. And then let's double click here, grab the yellow. Boom. Alright, and then for the text down here, I'll do the color overlay. Let's do the yellow. Alright, keep it simple sublimator. Alright, so now I'm going to export this, save it for web. Since I'm going to be sharing it online, it doesn't need to be a huge resolution file. And where's our 142? I want to save it there. Alright, and that's it. I'm going to go ahead and post this now before I get things rocking and rolling. So y'all give me, within this next hour, I'm going to have this uploaded onto the Innate Academy site. So for those of you who may be wondering, it's not on there yet because I just finished this with you all. Ah, cool. He says the Kiss My Kicks got the most views. Cool, cool, cool. And I'm telling you, when you tap into niche markets, right? Or niche markets, however you want to say it. So these niche markets like sneaker collectors or Like moms is a huge category. You know, you got your boy mom, your girl mom, mama both. Anytime you can take a certain audience and make them feel special and catered to, man, you can't imagine, not necessarily the money that you make, but the ways that they show appreciation for you, share your work, give you ideas. Like the sneaker community is a true community like no other. And once you start catering to them, they'll even let you know, hey, these sneakers are coming out. Can you make something for this? And once you start to develop that rapport with those clients, they actually give you ideas to take on and make new content. So I want you to start following, you know, some of these markets where you may not have imagined that will be. I'm not a sneaker person. I like my toes out all the time. Like, that's probably why I'm going to get ragged on by doing construction in my socks and flip-flops or whatnot. I know my daddy would be ragging on me, but I'm not a sneaker person. But I can appreciate the sneaker community because they're very passionate about what it is that they represent, what it is that they have knowledge of, what it is that they amongst one another share. So motorcycle clubs. I mean, you can think of endless ways that there are markets that just center around people who are proud to represent whatever it is that they represent. So if you start working in those circles and gaining the respect of those clients, then they will in turn give you more business. I guarantee you. So do those. I'm telling you, sublimation. One of y'all's biggest customers could be sneakerheads, no doubt. Okay, especially the fact that you can change the colors up. I'm telling y'all, if y'all can just show them that you can change colors, I can have dope concepts that go with whatever it is that you want to match. I'm telling you, that's a great market. All right, so E, yeah, I'm hoping you teach that class because this is going to be very, very much appreciated with our sublimation community. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get offline so I can post this thing because obviously this buffering is affecting my ability to save and whatnot. But I'll have this, you'll get this mock-up template for free as well, okay? And I'll post this Dream Girl image so that you can download it for free. If you go to the 142 course, even if you don't intend on taking the course, that's where you can find the free PNG that you can download, okay? You just right click on it and download it or save it. All right, loves. So the class night is going to be $60 if you want to do it live. It is $30 if you catch the recording afterwards. If you are a member, if you're a $30 member and you want to take this class live, then you get 67% off of it. So I want you to keep that in mind. Or if you are a $30 member and you want to get it after it's been recorded, you get 67% off of the pre-recorded cost. So if you are a VIP member, you get 75% off if you happen to miss the live course. But if you're a VIP member, you get to take the live course for free. So keep that in mind. That is the benefit that I really see with the VIP membership. The biggest difference is, yes, you get your 75% off of everything that is available after it's been recorded, but you get to take the live classes for the free ski, okay? That's why I created the VIP membership, because there were members that would literally pay $60 for every single class that I offered live, and this would be at least once a week. So that's four times a month. They're paying $60, so that's over what, 120, 240, so that's $240 that they were spending per month. And because they were so dedicated and I saw them every single class, I offered the VIP membership so that they would pay basically for one, they would pay $60 and they could attend all the live classes that they wanted. So the benefit in the difference between the $30 and $60 membership is, are you into taking the live classes? Are you wanting the 70% off, 75% off of the items even after they're recorded if you want early access to them? So keep that in mind when you're considering your membership. The $60 membership is really for those who do more than one live class. I would say the $30 membership is best for those who intend on maybe not taking live classes, or maybe just taking one live class, because you can use your 67% off coupon code towards a live class. So if you take more than one live class a month, it's definitely worth the $60 a month membership. All right, so that's my best way to describe that to you all. I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded. I did not mean to take up so much of y'all's time today. But I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And until next time, bye.